So today I wanted to just have a little chat. It's slightly different to my normal videos, but I just felt like I needed to have a chat. I'm literally filming this on my laptop. I'm not using my fancy camera or lighting. I just wanted to sit down and have a chat. Where do I start? I kind of just wanted to get things off my chest kind of thing. Which is kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit dangerous because you don't want to say the wrong thing or you don't want to miss anything out, but here goes. So obviously I'm pretty sure everyone will know that there was a terrorist attack in Manchester at the MEN, at the Ariana Grande concert. I live in Manchester. I wasn't there at the time, fortunately. My heart goes out to anybody that lost anyone, was there. It's just unbelievable. And I feel like some people still haven't kind of taken it in. Because when it's your home city, it's just crazy. Like, you don't think, like, you see things on TV and you hear about terrorist attacks, but when it actually is so close to you, it is just crazy. And it makes you really scared. Like, obviously, life goes on and you have to get on with it, and no matter how much it kind of worries you to go out or worries you to go to these big events, you obviously everything has to kind of go on, because that's life. But those people that have lost their lives will never, ever be forgotten. And I'm sure their family and friends will always be thinking of them. But it's just so sad that someone so sick could target young girls, their mums, their friends. It's just sickening. It really is. And that's what's hard to kind of get your head around, like, that there's people out there that deliberately set out to practice hate. It's just disgusting. That night, me and my boyfriend were in our apartment, just in bed. I think we'd gone to bed slightly earlier that night. My mum was over and my sister was over, and I remember just seeing things flying all around social media just after it happened. And there's kind of like a lump in your stomach, you know, that sicky feeling you've got. But then your head's telling you, no, this is not happening. This is just like some sick fake news flying around. But then when the statement started to be released by GMP, Greater Manchester Police, it kind of hit home, and you just, I don't know, it's just absolutely crazy. And then even the days after, learning how many victims there were, how young some of the victims were. It's just so sad. And even at the vigils, and in St Anne's Square, where they've laid all flowers, people have paid their respects, laid flowers. The sense of community and support for one another was just overwhelming. Like, we went last week. We went a number of times down to St Anne's Square when they moved them from Albert Square, and just the atmosphere of everyone together and in unity, and it just showed how much of a strong city Manchester is. And I'm so proud to call Manchester my home, but on the other hand, it's just so sad. Just so sad for those people who have lost their lives. And so young as well, they had their whole lives ahead of them to do whatever they wanted to do. Like one of the victims, Martin, I know from what I know that he's done already in his life, I know that he had an incredible life, just all of the things he's experienced. But he was only 29, I think he was 29. He had the whole of his life. He could have done everything. He was going travelling. He had so many amazing things planned. And to have your life taken away from you by a nasty, nasty person, it honestly breaks your heart, doesn't it? From all of the love that's come out of this is so like overwhelming. Like all of the love, all of the unity, all of the sense of community is incredible. But then there's always the people that come out of the woodworks that use this kind of thing for an excuse to be racist. I mean, they've obviously already got that racist thoughts in them, but when something like this happens, unfortunately, they crawl out of the woodwork and think it's okay to blame all Muslims, for instance. And that's sad. That is sad that there are people out there that read too much into newspapers and the hatred that goes round, and that really does affect some people's opinions, unfortunately. And I think when something like this happens, you just need to be stronger than ever. Like, everyone needs to get together, everyone needs to get behind each other, and instead of portraying hate towards people, it should bring, in a weird way, I know it sounds really weird, but it should bring everyone together. Everyone should support each other. No matter what your race is, no matter what your religion is, what your beliefs are, everybody should fight together, not fight each other. I don't know if this is just like me rambling on completely. I had a few days off of like social media, like my blog and YouTube, just because I wanted, well, for starters, the whole of the week, me and my boyfriend pretty much had the news on all week, watching for updates. So I wasn't really in the mindset to be doing anything else, which I'm not like slating anyone who was in the mindset to post things on social media. You do you, like, if you're in the right headspace, if it hasn't really kind of affected you in that way, then obviously you do you. Like, that's great. And some people, sometimes you do need a break from things like that. Like, it probably isn't healthy to be watching the news 24/7 after an attack like that, just because it's just, you're not going to have a break from it. You need a breather sometimes. So it's probably a good thing that people were keeping things going just for a little break from news and things on the attack. But it's important to also remember that those people who have lost family members and friends in the attack won't be able to be as fortunate as us, who can just kind of not switch off, but be able to kind of disconnect yourself from it, which sounds sad, but those family members and friends who have lost someone important to them will be thinking of that person or those people for the rest of their life. And my heart goes out to the emergency services as well, and the police, and everybody who was a part of the attack and the aftermath of the attack. And it really worries me, the fact that so many children would have experienced it, and it's such a traumatic thing to go through, especially at such a young age. It's just doesn't even bear thinking about what they will now be experiencing during like the aftermath of it all. It's just crazy. Absolutely. But we all need to take positive steps to be united. And I think the One Love Manchester concert that's what it's called, that Ariana Grande is putting on, Ariana Grande and Friends, is obviously a positive step to support the victims. And obviously throwing money at the victims is not going to take the pain away. Is not going to take the pain away, and it's actually quite sad to think that the one thing that happens when tragedies like this happen is humans feel the need, they don't know what to give to make the pain go away, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on which way you look at it, money is one thing that people seem to throw into these kind of situations. But aside from the money, we all just need to support one another. And I know I've said that quite a few times, and I don't even think that I'm making any sense really, but I don't know. I just wanted like a bit of an honest chat about this. Whether you was there at the concert that night, or you've lost somebody, or you just, even if you live in Manchester or around Manchester, or don't even live in Manchester and it's still affected you, just kind of stay safe, try your very hardest, as hard as it will be. Just love one another, because love makes the world go round. And yeah, they're my thoughts. I don't know whether I came across, I don't know. I don't think I made any sense, but I just felt like I needed to kind of vent a little bit. I've gone through every emotion, which makes me think I can't even begin to imagine what the people who had first hands-on experience. I don't know what I'm saying. Experienced it firsthand. I can't even imagine what those people what emotions they will have gone through. But I know in my own head, I have experienced anger, sadness, just sheer shock, absolute shock. But yeah, stay safe, Manchester. Stay safe, London. Stay safe, UK. Stay safe, world. Okay. Peace out. I'll see you in my next video.